Hey guys, what's happening? Lungile Jacobs here. This is now tutorial number 8. Let's look at what we're going to design today. Boom, this is what we'll be looking at, a picture inside the metallic background here, and of course some customization on this text right here, guys. So let's just get to it. Let's just open Photoshop. Okay, file, new, 1920 by 1080. You know how we do the whole time. Good. Click it, OK, and then this background layer, we're going to change it. So let's just go through it. The metal we're going to be looking at is this one right here. So we're going to take this, drop this inside Photoshop, and then convert it into a layer. As you can see up there on the tabs, guys, it's actually on the other project file inside our Photoshop. So what you do is you take this and put it to the project that you open, put it in there, and then perhaps keep it. I think this is good. We're going to keep it right here. Good. We're going to say, is transform okay? Yeah, okay, cool. Then we're going to go to the background. We don't need it. We're going to delete it because we don't need the background. This is the background that we're going to use now. All right, so yeah, so this is cool. But you know what? Just for interest's sake, let's just, excuse me, oh, must be in the juice, man, excuse me. For interest's sake, let's just fit it inside the canvas, the entire thing. Let's just fit the entire thing inside the canvas, just for interest's sake, you know. What you doing? What you doing? What you doing? There you go. What you doing? There we go. There we go. I think this looks about right. Yeah, this is right about right, guys. Cool. And then the next thing we want to import here is our picture. So you know me, the picture that I always keep on using, guys. I'm gonna use that picture again. There we go. Good. I'm gonna keep it as it is. We're not going to flip it around this time. I'm just going to keep it as it is. Take this and then put it inside our project, and then as can you see the different textures applied on this picture as compared to the picture right here, guys, compared to our results. So what we're going to do is we're going to work around it so we can get it to this effect. Cool. So now let's just minimize that there, kind of like this. Perhaps to that. Let's make it a bit smaller because yeah, let's keep it like that. Good. Now what we do with this picture now, before we can do anything else, we go to image, go to adjustments, look for hue saturation. We're just gonna tone down the color a little bit, of course, and then this is what we're going to do, guys. Cool. This is what we want. Something like this. This is what we want. Maybe play around, maybe put it at 10 or something. Yeah, at 10 there. Keep it at 10 and -68. Good. That should be fine with you. And then from there you go to our filter, and then you go into sharpen, and you go to sharpen more. Good. You see now it's getting better right by the minute. As you can see, it's sharpen again there. And then you go to filter again, you go to sharpen, and then you go to smart sharpen. On smart sharpen, guys, this is what we're looking at. So we're going to play around these settings a little bit just to make it look a bit dramatic. And so far I kind of like this effect on what happens if we put it on 180? Because usually we put it on 180. Yeah, that seems about right. And the radius, no, that's too much. That's too much on the radius. That's too much. Just keep it at maybe at 2.5. Let's put it at 2.5 radius, and then we hit OK. Cool. Now we're there, and then I'm going to change the blending mode. We're going to put the blending mode into hard light. There we are. This is what we're looking at now. This looks absolutely amazing because now it's blending on the inside. Now what we're going to deal with now is the text. Okay, so go to your text tool, and then the first text tool we're going to choose is the Planet Cosmos, and then let's change the color. We're going to keep the color. Look at, there's a B selection there where it says HSB right here by B. You see it says 100%, which means it's 100% on the top left corner for white. So I want to keep it at 50, perhaps maybe at 50 or maybe at 80. Maybe at 80. If not, no. If not, yeah, 60. Let's keep it at 60, and then let's type the surname, the Jacobs. Good. This is better. And then bring it back here after clicking on transform. Bring it back here, and then make it a bit smaller. There we go. This is actually good. I like this. This is really cool now. So we're gonna put it like this and we say yes. Okay, cool. Now on the next one, we're gonna click text again and then highlight it there. Then we're gonna choose a different font. The font we're gonna choose something called Luba something. So let's just scroll up here and look for Luba. There we are. Luba Graph BD. That's what we're gonna look for. But we're gonna choose a second one though. The MDBT. We don't want them to, the BD I think it stands for bold. So we're gonna look for medium rather. So we're gonna type in capital letters M and then J. And then we want to take these two, we put them right there, and then this is it. And then we're going to take the Jacobs one and put it just slightly above where it was before. And then let's go to MJ and just put it maybe on the right hand side there. Okay, this is really cool. And then now we're going to deal with these texts. Now what we're going to do is we'll just start with MJ. Okay, I'm going to double click here. Gonna open the layer style. I'm gonna go to bevel, bevel and emboss. You see when you click, when you click it, instead of highlighting it, it sort of gives you that nice bevel boldness effect, you know. And then we're gonna change the technique to chisel hard, depth to 162, 160. No, not 132, man. 162. This is better. And then we're gonna change what's this? We're gonna change opacity to 55. I want to keep this one here to 100, and then right here we're gonna change this to 102, and put this to 48, and then the size. The size you have to be really careful. I think we have to put this as at 38. Is it 38? No, not 30. I think it's 16. Put this at 16. Let's try. Yeah, I think 16 is the best, guys. We put this at 16, if not 12. Let's put it at 10 rather. Put this on 10. Go to 10. Hey, come on, get to 10, doggy. There we go. And then the soften, you don't want to soften, just keep it at 0 at always. Then after that you're going to go to drop shadow, click that, it produces shadow there at the bottom. And then we're going to play around with the distance and the size. So distance, maybe we can keep it around yeah, this is good at 16. Speed, perhaps maybe to spread it, to spread it around, perhaps maybe maybe that at 60. And the size we might keep it maybe at just make the size smaller. We don't want it to be big. Let's make it perhaps 10. I'm guessing 10 on the size. Yes, on 16, 60 and 10. And then we say okay. Now you can see the effects that are applied underneath the MJ text. So we're going to do the same thing for Jacobs here. So we double click that and it opens there. But then remember, because the fonts are different, we're not going to have the same value of style. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and make it as beveled and bold and 3D like as possible, but it will not have the same numbers as the previous one because of the font is a bit different than the MJ text. So we click that to bevel emboss. You see it just rose there a little bit, and then from there we're gonna choose the technique to chisel hard, depth to 162, and then this one for exactly, this is really cool, 102 at 48. We keep this at 55 and the opacity at 100. All right, now we get to play with the size. Now the size that we want here, we don't want it to be that chiseled, so this is really good. On 10, and on softening it, now keep it at 0. Then you go to drop shadow. On drop shadow now you want to play a bit with the distance, kind of like, yeah, this is good. And then at 19, or keep it at 20. Let's make it 20. It wouldn't hurt to put it on 20. Okay, good, at 20. And then the size, perhaps let's see if we can actually, you see that even if when you crank the size, the shadow just sort of disappears there. So we need it to be as close as possible as the text. Let's keep it there, maybe at what, I don't know, maybe I think perhaps, yeah, that at 9, or let's make it 10. One more will not hurt, you know, at 10. And then to spread it, to make sure that it spreads really good, we're going to keep it perhaps maybe at 40. Yeah, this is really cool. I like this. See that? That's really dope. Now what we're going to do is we're going to work with one of our textures again. So we're going to have to import them here. Where is that? We're going to look at this text. This is the text we're going to look, this texture. So we're going to take this and put it to Photoshop. Good. Convert it to a layer. Drag it to our project. Now it's inside our project. We want the texture to the texture to cover the text. Come on, just drag it up there, and then yeah, that's it. And then we're going to keep it for MJ, we're going to keep it here. There we go. And we're going to press Control J to duplicate it, and then we're going to keep the other one for Jacobs. So we're going to do that. Now we close the one for Jacobs. I'll just say yes on transform there. Close the eye for Jacobs. We're dealing with the one for MJ. Now on the layer of the first text of MJ, okay, let's just name this MJ. Double MJ, and then the one on top there, we're going to name it Jacobs, so that you can avoid confusion, guys, to in order for you to execute the next step. All right, okay, highlight MJ, and then you're going to go to the MJ text. You're going to hold Control and you click. You see now it has highlighted the selection beneath or inside the texture. So what we're going to do, you're going to hit Control Shift I. So everything in here can be selected, and then from there you're going to press delete. Delete, boom. Now everything is embedded there on the text there for MJ, and we're gonna hit Control D. There we are. And then you're gonna go to the blending mode, subtract. No, it's difference. Put it on difference. Yes, difference is the one. And then you're gonna go to, now you're gonna open the eye for Jacobs. Go to Jacobs, do that. And you're gonna go for the text Jacobs. You're gonna hit Control, click, and then it's already selected there. Then you're gonna hold Control Shift I. Good. Excuse the sound there, guys. Photoshop is just acting crazy. And then from there you hit delete, and then from there you're gonna hit Control D. There we go. And then inside the blending mode for Jacobs, you're also gonna choose difference. I like the difference effect better than the subtract one, because you can see everything here and it's much more detailed inside the text. So I kind of dig this one compared to the other effects, guys. So I'm gonna stick with difference for now. So difference should be good. And now if you look at our results, it still has that little redness going on here. This now we learned from our previous tutorials, but I'm going to do it again to show you guys how it's done, in case maybe you didn't get a chance to watch the previous tutorial. What you're gonna do is you're gonna hit layer on layer there, and then you're gonna look for gradient. Alright, and then you hit gradient and you go for the one that goes from color to transparency. Then you click that, and then we change the color perhaps to that pinkish color, maybe that. Then you say okay here. Then you hit Control, you hold Shift, sorry, and then from here you click and you drag it up, and then you release it, and this is what you'll be getting. And then as a result, you're gonna go change the blending mode to soft light. And boom, you have that effect. Let's say maybe you want to change the position where it is. You want to put it maybe there or there in the middle or on top or whatever. You can still do that. You can just, because now you created a layer, this thing is inside a layer now. You can just hit the transform key or the transform icon, and you can just move it around. Maybe perhaps you want to put it there, or perhaps there, or perhaps here. But then you worried about this little thing, because it looks like now we just put paint there. Even if we do this, it still looks like it is not blending from the inside, like it's just starting there from the M to the J. So we don't need that. So what you can do is this. There's many ways to do this. Let's just remove the layer again, and I'll show you another technique again to get rid of that. Okay, create the same layer, go to blending mode, do that, double click it, and then let's choose a darker red, perhaps maybe something like this, and you're going to say okay. Then we're going to choose radial on blending mode. Then instead of going down here, guys, just go in the middle. Okay, in the middle, hit Shift and then Control, then bring it up. Then it's like that. Then from there you change it again to soft light, and boom, you have that. And then now you can control it better. Look at that, way better. It doesn't even look like it's starting here or ending there with all of that. Look at that. This now looks absolutely amazing. Then you can leave it there, and then boom, you got an effect like this. Sometimes you can even change the effect. You can put another layer again. Sorry, not there. Let's just go right here, put a layer on top of everything again, and then you go for that blending, the gradient again. The gradient feature or tool, you put it to white. Look what happens when you put it here. Let's say I want to put the white perhaps next to his chin there. Look what happens, and I do that. Appears there, and then I go to soft light. Look at that. Absolutely amazing. Hey, this is tutorial number 8. Tutorial number 9 is coming really soon. My name is Lungile Jacobs. Branding is key, and I'm out.